today I'm going to talk to you about how to stay organized while doing your running records and keeping track of all that wonderful data that you're collecting. First of all, I have purchased two bins here, filing folder bins, and I have some of them labeled with letters with hanging folders in them, and then I have other ones labeled with the names of all of my students. So I have those two containers of file folders that are very helpful. I also have a three-ring binder here, and it's also labeled by the letters of the guided reading passages and things that you'll be reading with your students. So to get started, obviously you have your Fountas and Pinnell books and your running record forms. So if I'm going to do my first student here, I would take out their folder and get out my form and complete the running record with the child. When I'm doing up to the books, then it's really easy. Then I just put the form back into their folder, put it back in there, and keep it organized, and I always know where it is. So that is just an easy process when you're using the guided reading Fountas and Pinnell books from A to, I think it goes to N. So that's what I use for those. Then, so that keeps me well organized. Once then I move to the passages, I have in my binder the tabs here for each letter from, I started at M. These are the passages that we were given by the reading units of study, and so they were in there too, the Fountas and Pinnell ones as well. So they are copies of everything that I would need are behind each letter in there. So you have like your the student copy that they would read, your fluency check and kind of how to make sure that they've done the fluency properly, my recording sheet. Let's see, some of the retell examples that they want to hear, and then their comprehension questions as well. So everything that I would need to go with each passage is here behind the tab for the coordinating letter. Then in my binder, or my file folders over here behind the letter, I have the recording sheets. So if I was going to do the passage for O, I would get in here and it's already copied, so I have a copy of the passage that the child is going to read. So if they're going to read this O passage, then I would go then to my O tab, and I'm going to find, actually I think I started this with P. I would find the papers that they're going to read, and I would take their copy out. Here it is. And so I'd give this to the student to read. I would record the results on their sheet, and everything else that I need in here to check for their fluency, to check for their comprehension and things like that is all here behind my binder, behind the dividers. So then, again, same as with the running record forms, I will have marked on this, recorded their accuracy level, checked their comprehension. Typically what I've done is down here below I record how well their fluency was, how well they responded with fluency, or observations that I made with their fluency. You can also check for some miscues over here on the side. I then also wrote down for their retell and kind of gave some little brief things that maybe they'd mentioned during the retell. And then on questions, I would just write questions over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and kind of made notes about how well they answered the comprehension questions there. So everything that I needed was just on this one page. I know if you copied all of it, you probably have 4 sheets per running record, and as frequently as we need to do that would just take up way too much paper in my opinion. So I just copy this one and just record everything I need to know at the bottom. Then again, if I'm testing the student, then their file would go over here in the file folder marked for their name of their student. So just kind of a quick little overview of how I do it. These have really helped me stay organized. I know exactly where to pull from, and it just keeps all of it running smoothly so that you can continue to get as many children tested in your short amount of time that you probably have. So hopefully it helped and you gathered a few new tips. Take care. Bye.